Hi everyone, this is my first live on YouTube. So, most of you know me from Instagram, and this is my first live on YouTube. And I'm so grateful to be here, and I'm so excited to finally get started on YouTube because you've wanted long form content, and I've also wanted to give you long form content. It just took me a little minute to get here. So, today I'm going to start by talking about my favorite topic, the one topic that I always chat about: how to heal yourself every day, how to show yourself love every day. So, healing from trauma or healing from codependency, healing from and recovering, I would say the crux of it is to begin to love yourself. So, we have to learn how to love ourselves in order to we have to learn how to love ourselves in order to heal. So how do we show ourselves love? And that's what I'm going to talk about today. So if I had to sum up my whole advice in healing from codependency and trauma, it would be: learn to show yourself love, learn to show your inner family love, learn to show do take good care of yourself. And how do we do that? Because we come from trauma, because we're trauma survivors and come from families where we were not shown how to take care of yourself, we have to learn these ways. So the first one is to have a spiritual practice. Yes, we are human beings, but emotional pain and suffering comes when we don't take care of our spirit. So have a spiritual practice. And what do I mean by spiritual practice? It's time you take to connect with yourself and with your spirit. It's rituals, it's practice. It could be mantras, breath work, sitting in solitude, reading or talking to yourself, walking in nature. So find ways to connect with yourself and have that spiritual practice so your soul can be nourished on a daily basis. Love yourself by spending time alone. Whether you believe in God or not, spiritual practice is a way to get to know yourself deeper, connect with yourself beyond religion, beyond any kind of connection. So you connect with your soul deeply, and then you learn to listen to the pings from inside. You learn to listen to the voice from inside. And this is how you develop the muscle of listening to yourself and develop your intuition. And then the second one I would say is learn to receive support, learn to ask for help, and learn to receive support. Human beings thrive in communities. Human beings are social animals and we need each other. So when we're lonely or confused or anxious, overwhelmed, just in that freeze trauma response, the way to come out of that is to reach out to another, to connect with another, and get that jump start going to our frozen self energy, right? So you when your emotions take over and you're not able to calm yourself, learn to regulate and co-regulate with another human being. Ask for support. You can also regulate by holding your pet, right? So your nervous system has electrical impulses and current going through you that streamlines when you are regulated, when you are with another, regulating with another being, and life force is going through you, right? So there are times when everybody needs support, and problems don't go away on their own. They require more than what your friends can offer. So learn to ask for help and support in from professionals, where you're not just dumping or venting, you're actually going to get a solution oriented approach, right? So the first is have a spiritual practice where you connect with yourself. Number two, have support, professional support and help whatever you need, right? So friends are good, but community is great, but you need specialized help and support, and learn to get that. Whatever your goal is, find the mentors, find the coaches, find the gurus, so you can keep on growing, with support. And the third way to truly love yourself is to meet your needs. Love yourself by attending to your needs. If you've been tending to the needs of others and neglecting your own, which is codependency, so if you've been living in that pattern and that cycle of living for other people but ignoring your own needs, first you connect with yourself, you learn to get to know yourself, and then you meet your needs, your emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, right? All these are human needs. So human beings have needs that we can meet ourselves, and but we have to know our what our needs are. So when you're lonely, sad, angry, afraid, overwhelmed, confused, tired, ask yourself, or feeling like a victim, ask yourself, what do I need in this moment? So if someone has triggered me, what is the part of me that's been triggered? How can I soothe them by meeting their need? If somebody disrespected you, the need is to be heard, to be seen, to be listened to be valued, to be respected. So you give yourself that need. You respect yourself, you listen to yourself, you're there for yourself, and you don't betray yourself, you don't abandon yourself. You meet your needs as if you are the most valuable person in this on this planet for yourself, and you are. And it is a duty of ours to meet our needs, right? So we blame others when we feel bad, but when we neglect our needs we feel bad. But rather than buying into that story and creating a whole story of why I feel bad, I want to understand, I will meet my needs so I feel good. I will satisfy my needs so I feel good and I do my job of taking care of myself. Some needs are met by others, right? Intimacy, friendship, relational needs, right? Those needs are very important, and you are good to find the person who will meet your needs and communicate your needs. And if it doesn't work out, you go to the next person who will work with you, right? But it takes awareness. This whole practice of healing is awareness, getting to know yourself, connecting with yourself, understanding your needs, and then meeting your needs. And as a human being, we're here to play this game. We're here to enjoy life, enjoy all that life has to offer. And it all begins by telling yourself that you are worthy of experiencing all that life has to offer. When you value yourself, life will value you. And okay, so the next way to love yourself is by just having fun. Do things you like I was telling my a group that I teach, I was telling them, chase those glimmers. When something feels so good and so yummy in your nervous system, chase that glimmer. Find and understand, how does a glimmer feel in my body, and I'm going to remember this, and I'm going to cherish this, and I'm going to enjoy it, savor it, have fun in life. Having fun, relaxing is also a need. So many times we feel that pleasure or recreation or hobbies, they're just pushed to the side. Don't do that. Those are actually important needs that you fulfill in order to nourish your soul, in order to show yourself love, right? So to find that flow and find that fun is so important. And as we get older, so many of us just forget how to laugh, how to enjoy ourselves, how to have fun. And that's why our soul gets contracted, because we forget to expand in fun. We forget to expand with love. right? So take a break and participate in activities that rejuvenate your soul. Pleasure is so important. Pleasure restores your energy, your sense of well being. There are so many really important hormones and neurotransmitters that are released that signal safety to us when we're in pleasure, right? Because you can only feel pleasure when you're not sympathetically activated. If you're feeling unsafe, you're not going to feel pleasure. So when you experience pleasure, it gives your body the signal of I am safe, everything's okay. And pleasure is an important need for us that also affects our hormones. As we get older, we need to keep that pleasure going, right? And then so we said find a spiritual practice, connect with yourself and your God daily, meet your needs, have fun. So and receive and ask for support, high quality support. And then the next one that I want to say is to protect yourself. Treat yourself as you are the most worthy person in the world for yourself. Treat yourself, love yourself by protecting yourself from physical, mental, emotional, spiritual abuse or bad behavior. Have those boundaries that are made of kindness and love, right? Have those boundaries that say to the world, I love you, and I want to play with you, and here's my rule book, or this is how I flow, and you're welcome to join me, right? We don't want to have boundaries where it says energy, where it says, hey, come walk all over me, or hey, come take advantage of me, or I'm here to love everyone, help everyone, but nobody, it's okay if nobody takes care of me. No, you want to take up space. You want to speak your truth, and you want to engage with people who reciprocate. So many times we give ourselves that excuse of, oh, this person's just a friend or their family, or let me just be there for them, they need me. Or we think that loving someone means pitying. If we pity someone and we rescue them, we think that that's love, because we haven't learned or felt true love. We feel that helping, rescuing, fixing, enabling another is love. So learn the definition of love and understand how it feels in your nervous system, right? Loving someone does not mean you have to accept abuse or demeaning behavior or break of trust, right? So if you think that something like this is going on, you speak up, then you affirm your truth, you find help, you understand, and then you set boundaries, whatever boundaries, whatever extent of boundaries you need to set. All right, so the next one is to accept yourself. Accept yourself, validate yourself, be there for yourself. So many times what happens is when we've grown up in trauma, in chaotic households, or households where we weren't accepted, our truth was not accepted, we learn to invalidate ourselves. So when we've internalized that message from the world, when we've internalized that message from those around us that you're not quite good, that's shame. That's shame that somebody gave you and said you're not good enough, and that is why I treat you poorly. And now you have to accept this bad treatment because you're not good enough. So that's what happens when parents mistreat a child. That child thinks that I'm not worthy of good behavior. That is why they're not treating me right. So that child just thinks that I am not enough. I have shame because my parents don't treat me as if I'm worthy. And then they look for partners who treat them poorly because they truly believe that I'm not worthy. So I will settle for, or I will chase after a partner who mistreats me, who doesn't really, who cheats on me, lies to me, is not really there for me. So it's the unworthiness in us that we have to overcome. so that we feel that we are worthy of the best treatment, the best, right, the nicest treatment, the whatever our hearts desire, right? So accept yourself, validate yourself, say kind, affirming words to yourself. Love yourself as the unique individual that you are, including your appearance, your feelings, your thoughts, your addictions, your bad parts, your good parts. Accept them all and love them and treat them with kindness. You don't have to earn respect. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You are deserving of love and respect just as you are. And that's the big thing we learn when we heal, is that we don't have to earn love. We don't have to earn love. That love is something that we deserve and we should get because we are here. We are worthy of love because God put us here, right? So love yourself, the shape, the size, the personality that you have, right? And then notice that if you're trying to change for someone else's validation, that's not going to fulfill you. That's never going to make you happy. So, first, you have to remind yourself that me, my authentic, the way I am, I will respect, honor, cherish that because that's divine. And then, as you practice self acceptance, you stop worrying about who accepts you or judges you or thinks about you or doesn't think about you, because you are just being you, and you're authentic and you're spontaneous and you accept yourself and you show up as such, and that energy is very, very contagious, and that energy is what carries us through life when times are hard, when we're failing, when other people reject us, when other people betray us, they cheat on us, and we feel we go back to the same messaging of, wait, is this the same thing my parents said, that I'm not enough? And this person is telling me again that I'm not enough because they abandoned me, lied to me, cheated, right? So that's when your own self acceptance plays a part. That's the time when you need to have that really strong, sorry, that really strong foundation of self-love, self-acceptance, self-validation, just having that confidence that I am worthy of love, I'm worthy of everything that you say, that you believe you are worthy of. The universe believes you are worthy of anything. You believe you are worthy of, the next person will believe you are worthy of, because you will show up with that energy, not of entitlement, not energy of entitlement, but energy of worthy, that I am good enough, that I am worthy, I am. So yeah, so those are some of the ways, right? So we said have a spiritual practice, learn how to receive support, find the right kind of support, meet your needs, have fun with yourself, protect yourself with boundaries, and then accept yourself for who you are. Then be gentle. The next way to just love yourself every single day is to just be gentle with yourself. Be gentle, be kind. Give yourself so much compassion, because you know why? Being a human being is so difficult. So that is why we have to give ourselves that compassion. What does self compassion say? Self compassion says, I see you, human, you are suffering. I feel for you. I see how much pain you are in. I understand how hard this is for you. I see you struggle. I see your pain. I see your trauma, and I'm here for you. So, just holding space for your pain, holding space for your suffering, that is self compassion. Understanding that, oh, I'm not able to produce this much work because I'm suffering and I'm in pain, and that's okay. I will take my time to heal, right? So, modulate your inner voice so that it's calm and it's kind. The words that you use to talk to yourself are just so important to have that gentleness, kindness, empowering voice, right? When you're afraid or you're in pain or you're blaming yourself or you're thinking that something is wrong with me, that makes matters worse because that's the voice of the inner critic from the past. And that's going to keep you safe and stuck, but very, very much in pain and suffering. So you talk to that voice and you say, hey, no, I'm not here to hurt myself anymore. I will take good care of myself through this difficult time that I'm going through. Practice just being with yourself without judgment, without criticism, without rush, without forcing anything. Just be present with yourself, right? Listen to your humanness, feel your humanness, feel the humility of being a human, feel your limits, feel your power. Yes, stand in your power, speak your truth, however flawed or judgmental or somebody judges it. Speak your truth, but also understand that being a human is hard for everyone. So offer yourself grace and gentleness and kindness and space to listen, space to talk, space to feel, space to vent. Give yourself breathing room. That's how you love yourself, by giving yourself space and validation and acceptance to just be. Forgive yourself often, make amends with yourself often, live in your humanness often, and be there for yourself, that you can count on yourself to love yourself. You can count on yourself to be there for yourself even after you've made a mistake, even after you've just not been perfect, even after you did something that you weren't gonna do or you could have not, or anything. Be there for yourself. The only way to love yourself and to bring yourself out of whatever trauma response that you're stuck in. All right, so the next one is be there for yourself, but encourage yourself. Encourage yourself to be, and be enthusiastic about it. So be your own cheerleader, right? So this again goes with, what needs do I have? Encouragement, validation, support, cheerleading. All this is big. Celebrate yourself, honor yourself. You are here. That's a big deal. You're a human being who's here in all their glory. That's a big deal. So be there for yourself. Then the next one I would say is learn to express yourself. Love yourself by expressing yourself. All of your express your emotions. Obviously, know that your actions have consequences, but yourself, your voice that's been suppressed, it's been hidden for so long. So you the shame, fear, trauma, all of these suppress our voice. So then it comes to us to heal your throat chakra, practice connecting with yourself and your intuition, and then speaking from your heart with courage, speaking and practicing, right? So to heal shame, it requires that you be seen, that you speak your truth. So commit to that, commit to speaking your truth, commit to being seen, commit to stop hiding, don't isolate. Shame thrives in isolation. So don't isolate. Honor yourself by showing up, by committing to showing up, communicating, speaking up, speaking your mind, even if it's wrong, even if it's wrong. Even if it's not perfect, speak your truth. And you have a right to think and feel what you want without any justification or explanation or permission. You do not need permission to express yourself anymore. You're not a child. What happens is that our inner child thinks that we're still helpless, powerless little child, but they forget that we're not, that we're an adult that's capable of making decisions, taking actions, moving on, doing things. So we have to remind our inner family that we're adults now, that we are capable of making a decision and following through and making a mistake, and that's okay, right? So another big way of loving yourself is by pursuing your passion. Find out what just gets you going. Life is so short. You have to figure out what is your priority, the people that love you, and just love them good. And then what is your passion? What gets you going? What makes you so happy in life? Right? So love yourself by following the path of passion that lights you up, because that's the key to happiness. Happiness comes when you're doing things you enjoy and you're in flow and you're able to express yourself and you're able to just be doing the thing that lights you up without judgment, right? So you want to find something you love, like to do, and you can get paid for, and there's a need for that thing in the world, right? So find things, and and if you can find work that is also life sustaining. So many of us are stuck in jobs that are not filling our cup up, and we have to look for hobbies and relationships that help us, get happy or find glimmers in outside of our work. So why not find work that excites you, that you're passionate about, and pay attention to what stimulates you. Listen to what calls to you. Listen to, when do I get lost doing what inspires me, what's so exciting to me. So again, it comes back to self awareness, noticing yourself without judgment, and yeah, and following that glimmer, following that thing that excites you, the people that excite you. So when you are depressed or down, it's hard to think about all these things, but as you nurture and nourish yourself with a spiritual practice, you will see that it's a lot of fun to give yourself hope and strength and joy. So I'm so excited. I did my first live stream. I hope you guys liked it. And I hope you learned something from it. I hope you learn to love yourself every single day. And that's how you overcome trauma, by loving yourself every day. That's how you heal codependency, by loving yourself every day and verbalizing it. Show love to yourself in your words, in your actions, in your decisions, in your choices with people you hang out with. So hope to see you guys next time, and I hope this was helpful to you. In the comments, tell me, how do you show love to yourself daily, every day, with consistency? Show yourself love. Until next time, bye bye.